for that.
Thank you, Melanie. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining. As Melanie shared with you, this is our October 4th Road to Success already, and we're super excited about the information that you'll be receiving this evening on Schools of Excellence as well as STEM programs. I know that the committee has taken the time to prepare great information, which will take you a long way, not only toward applying for awards, but educating your community, your students, inclusive of parents, caregivers, and those in the surrounding community. I'd like to start off this evening by introducing the members of the Executive Committee and Board of Directors who have joined us. I'm going to go in the order that I see you on screen so that I don't miss anyone. All righty. Charmaine Postal, Vice President for Membership.
Good evening, everyone. Happy to be here with you all.
Thank you. Maxine Lures, our President-elect.
Thank you, Carolyn. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us.
Karen Mazzola, Vice President for Educational Development.
Hello, welcome. I see we have people from all over. This is awesome.
Bert Miller, our Vice President of Regions and Councils.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you for being here with us tonight.
Going to my next page. 2 pages worth. Kimberly Adamski, our compliance person in the state office.
Hi, everyone.
Looking for other board members. Kay Hawkins, who is our Northeast Region rep.
Good evening, everyone.
Thank you, Kay. And I think last but certainly not least, the directing executive committee member of this particular program and tonight's event, Melanie Williams, Florida PTA Secretary. You're on mute.
Thank you, Carolyn, and thank you for that introduction. Welcome, everyone, again. The programs committee consists of the School of Excellence, STEM, Reflections. We also oversee the resource fair at the Leadership Convention. Our programs chair, Ms. Lisa Hoyland, is not with us tonight, but she has left me. She has left me to take care of tonight for you guys. Also, our School of Excellence chair that presented at noon, she's also not here with us. But Gita Raghunadan, you'll be hearing from after the School of Excellence presentation. Gita is our STEM chair. Gita, say hi.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining.
Thank you. And we also have other committee members here with us. Ms. Colleen Morgan, I see. Colleen is on our Reflections committee. I'm not missing anyone else. I don't think I saw anyone else, right? We're good? Okay. All right. So I'm going to get the slide together. And we will get started. Okay, family, husband is home. So National PTA School of Excellence is one of the many programs that we have that as PTA leaders we can offer to our families. Okay. We're going to learn a little bit more about family engagement and how we can strengthen that partnership within our local PTAs. As usual, we are always mindful of our mission. PTA's mission is to make every child's potential a reality by engaging and empowering families and communities to advocate for all children. That is what governs what we do as volunteers and why we do what we do, because we hold to that mission that keeps us motivated and keep us going. National PTA's definition of effective family engagement points to the fact that it is a shared responsibility in which we all work together. We're all committed to engaging families in meaningful and culturally respectful ways. And we are also committed to actively supporting our children's learning and development as much as we can. In addition, the principle of cradle to career is considered in our mission as we go across a child's life, not just any age group. We span from early Head Start programs to college and career. And that's why Florida PTA has so many different committees that focus on the entire family. This includes an enduring commitment from parents and families, that we recognize that the role of parents will change as children mature into young adults. And I'm sure many of us can attest to that. Co-host, remember you have the power to mute. Everyone would please stay muted, please. We would appreciate it. So our engagement is carried out everywhere that children learn, not just in school. I mean, there are different areas. We have pre-kindergarten programs, we have after-school programs, we have faith-based organizations, and even community programs. So everywhere that children are gathered, PTA advocates, we're there. Okay, so no matter what your family income or background may be, we understand that students with involved parents or caregivers are more likely to earn higher grades and test scores, more likely, yes, pass their classes, attend school regularly, have better social skills, graduate, and go on to post-secondary education. That is a fact. Statistics support that. Students with involved families are more likely to have these wonderful outcomes. All right, so this National School of Excellence program supports the national standards for family school partnerships. And we have these 2 for 6 standards here. They welcome all families, communicate effectively, support student success, collaborate with the community, share power, and speak up for every child. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm going a little bit too fast. So why would you participate in this program? Simply because we want our school to be more welcoming for all families, not just those who are popular, not just those who know the principal, but welcoming place for all families, regardless of your background. We want to empower families to be part of the school's decision-making. Yes, there are other organizations that the schools are mandated to having in schools, like the Student Advisory Council here in Orange County. It might be called something else. Families are part of the decision-making, but doing the Family School Partnership National PTA School of Excellence program will help us to be part of that decision-making. And we want to demonstrate to school leaders that PTA is a key partner for continuous school improvements. And once we do the work, we'll get the recognition in our community, state, and nationwide. Show that we're engaging families in a way that makes a substantial positive impact on our school and our student success. So for the National PTA School of Excellence program, there is, the next one is a timeline. Now through October 15th is when you need to get started. If you haven't yet made that decision as a board, please consider that you may have to hold an emergency meeting, but go ahead and enroll and get started. The process is simple, and Jenny Granger, our chair, and all of us are here to provide guidance. At the end of the presentation, you'll have contact information where you can reach out. September through November is when you're going to gather and analyze the feedback. Once you enroll and you get started, you launch a survey, you get the results, by November 15th, gather and analyze those feedback, and then you get to work. Build your action plan and get the work done throughout the school year. March, June, you reflect and summarize your progress. And I think it's sometime in June, you have to present that final report. And in August, make sure you invite me to the party. We'll celebrate and we'll have fun. Okay, so here are the dates and some more details. Enroll now at pta.org, Excellence and Gain Support. So that's where you'd go to register your local unit through October 15th. After October 15th, you'll not be able to start for this year. Gather and analyze community feedback August through November 15th. Remember, the good thing about it is there are no minimum numbers needed when you launch those surveys, because we know as PTA how difficult it is to get members to return surveys. So no matter what number you get, just go ahead, get those responses, analyze them, and you do not need to turn in the full survey. You just need to do a summary. All right, and you can deploy those surveys in multiple ways. You can walk the car line, you can use SurveyMonkey, Google Docs, however. Be creative, try to reach all families where they're at with your survey. But then once you get them, you have to put them together, analyze them, and then you share with National PTA. So in November through May, you're going to build that excellent action plan. And it may sound like a lot of work, but really it isn't. You're already doing the work. So once you register, you select your area of focus and you work towards that. So whatever it is that you're doing well right now, if you're not yet enrolled and you want to do that, just focus on what you're doing and then use that, incorporate that into your program. And of course, there are a lot of ways to get help. There are National PTA webinars and trainings, and you just keep consulting the roadmap. We're there to guide you. And I promise you, Jenny Granger will not leave you alone. If you reach out, she'll respond to you. During March through June, you're going to complete and submit your community impact form by June 15th. Share with National PTA what you have done to enhance your community within that selected focus area and demonstrate an impact that you have made. And like I said, invite me to the party in August. We get to recognize the fact that you have earned the esteemed designation. And I think it was about 4 weeks now, I got the box from National PTA for my high school because we have earned that designation. So we have a flag, we have a nice letter, we have wonderful things. Still need to post that banner as well. Kimberly, please remind me. So now is the time for you to start your journey. There's a QR code. Go ahead and scan that. The presentation will be shared on the Florida PTA website, so you'll have access to this one or the known one. And you'll be able to get some more information. So go ahead, scan that, and get started on the journey. There's the library with all the resources. Plethora of information is available there. You will get lost in it, but we're here to guide you. And there you got it, Jenny Granger. Remember that name and that email. Elisa Hoyland is our programs chair, as I mentioned before. Please feel free to email her as well. And Miss Johanna Rabinovic is a committee member. I don't think Miss Johanna isn't on this evening, but reach out to these wonderful ladies. If they don't respond to you, reach out to me. And we will be sure to get you all going. Any questions? Gita, do we have any questions?
Yes, we have one in the chat. What is the purpose of being a school of excellence?
What is the purpose of being a school of excellence? I think it goes back to some of the previous slide, talk about the family and school partnership. Just the fact that PTA, Parent-Teacher Association, Parent-Teacher Student Association, is more involved in our schools than just fundraising. We're trying to get more parents and families to be involved, to foster that deep family and community partnership. I think it's a great honor personally. If any of my more seasoned PTA leaders on the EC would like to chime in, please feel free. If not, is there another question?
That's all in the chat right now.
All right, any other questions? I know we only have a couple of hours, but I need to tell you that while you're listening, Gita is going to present shortly National PTA Grant opportunities, and at midnight or a little bit after midnight, depending on your time zone. Today is a deadline, and they do have some STEM grants and some other money that can help facilitate your work in your community. Any other questions on the School of Excellence? Not, I'm gonna stop sharing. We can look at each other. And we are gonna go into the STEM presentation, if you're all clear on School of Excellence. By a show of Zoom hands, are you all doing School of Excellence? Anyone is currently in your local unit? Zoom hand. Okay, I see Dr. Perkins, Lauren Strupp, anyone? Okay, good. Oh, Miss Morgan, yes. Excellent. But I hope those who are not doing it currently. Ocoee High School, thank you, Miss Adrian. Good, good, good. Okay. It's a great program. And like I said, we're here to assist in any way. Do not be intimidated. It can be. The first year we did it, it was like, oh my gosh, we have so much to do, but really it's good. All right. So we're gonna go over to STEM. You can share, right? Gita, you can share your screen. Okay,
Yes,
good.
yes, I can. I just wanted to say in the side chat, Mr. Gainey said the recognition shows a local unit's dedication to inclusivity as well the national standards.
Ah, thank you, Alvin. Very well. Well said. Okay.
Okay. Okay, well, I will get into it then. STEM plus families. So my name is Geeta Raghunandan, and I am the Florida PTA program STEM chair. I do believe I have one of my committee members on here, Marjorie. So she's on here as well. And we are very excited to promote STEM plus families. The PTA mission is to make every child's potential a reality by engaging and empowering families and communities to advocate for all children. So now, what is STEM? STEM is science, technology, engineering, and math. You may have heard STEAM being said, which incorporates arts. However, National PTA is still using the STEM language, and so we follow that. Why should your PTA, PTSA support STEM programming? To engage families and inspire students, to promote STEM career paths and resources, and to involve families and communities to explore, inspire, empower, and educate. And on top of all of that, Florida PTA recognition. The STEM Plus Family's mission is that every student has access to high quality STEM education opportunities, and every family is equipped to guide STEM education choices and career pathways, regardless of the student's zip code, ethnicity, race, or gender. Why STEM Plus Families? STEM careers are currently growing twice as fast as any other field. There's a high demand for STEM professionals, but low supply of qualified individuals. Families play an essential role in helping their student navigate educational choices in the path towards a fulfilling career. If we as parents, caregivers, teachers, community members do not support our children and provide them with the knowledge of what is out there, they're not going to know. Families are the link to showing students what is possible for their future. And something surprising, a lot of people are surprised to hear, is that not all STEM careers require a 4-year degree. Many well-paid careers are accessible with a 2-year degree or certificate. And I'm just going to touch on that for a little bit. We held 2 workshops at the Leadership Convention this summer, and Marjorie came up with a phenomenal game that was pretty popular in those workshops, where people would say some sort of career, and we would tie it into how STEM is a career path, or how that is incorporated and included in STEM. So there are quite a few out there. Let's increase awareness about STEM opportunities and improve our school and community resources for STEM. STEM at home resources. National PTA has a phenomenal section for STEM Plus Families. It's on the pta.org website. They have learn at home activities, and they also have STEM at home kits. So these can also be utilized and incorporated into your STEM event. Otherwise, it's something to share with your students and your families as activities that they can do at home. These are geared more towards, there is a lot for elementary and middle school, but we do have some additional resources for the upper grades. So how do we host a STEM event? Well, there's lots of options. One option is to have a science festival. Again, National PTA has some information on their website, and together with Bayer, they've put together information on how to host a science festival. They have all the resources, links, hands-on experiments with scripts, PowerPoint presentations, science demonstrations, so that you can effectively take what they have put together already and just replicate it with your parent volunteers. Some of the examples of PowerPoint presentations that they have are sticky icky, so that's like slime, Martian jelly, bubbling lava lamps. There's a ton of information there that you can literally just take from the site and have that at your festival. For engineering, National PTA inspires career opportunities through the Propelling Our World program sponsored by Huntington Ingalls Industries. They provide all resources for hosting events that are geared towards engineering. So there's Cookie Bridge Challenge, where the kids get to put together a little or build a bridge with cookies, gummy worm rafts, submarine knowledge, parachutes, and many more geared towards all grade levels. Mathnasium partners with National PTA on hosting math nights. So if you have a local mathnasium, reach out to them, see if they'd be willing to come out and help you co-host a math night. This is an excellent opportunity for them in advertising, but for yourself as well, that they will bring all the resources. A lot of times they'll bring laptops, they'll bring activities and everything, so that you can host this at any grade level and involving all of the community. This is an example of a STEAM night that was put on in one of our local middle schools here. And it's a STEAM night which incorporated everything. So this, for example, we got in touch with the Orlando Science Center, local vendors, and just offered different stations that families and students could go to and participate in activities, learn about things, and it's very, very successful. So to host a STEAM night, you want to host a STEAM night or a STEM night that incorporates all aspects of STEM, or just one aspect, science, technology, engineering, or math. Find local vendors willing to showcase their programs and provide hands-on experiments. You can even contact local science centers, mathnasium, colleges to help put together a program. At our high school, what we are doing is our National Science Honor Society already hosts their own STEM night that is geared towards the students there. So we want to have something that any student can enjoy. And this is kind of taking off of what Marjorie had put together this summer. Is we are working with the college career guidance counselor in putting together a STEM-oriented college night. So we're going to get speakers to speak to the high school students about different career paths that either have a four-year college route or they just require an associate's degree, but just speaking as to how people went into careers that are related to STEM without even knowing it, or how certain things that you were learning in high school take you through those career paths. NASA has some STEM resources and opportunities as well, so that they have activities similar to what National PTA has as well. So you could take things from there and put a program together that's for K-12. Same with Boeing and Lockheed Martin. If you do have some students or you are coming from a high school perspective, they have STEM grants for higher education. Now, how does this tie in with the STEM awards? The new Florida PTA STEM Award is now being offered. It's the event must be a minimum of 1.5 hours. The event must be hosted by the PTA PTSA unit. So it cannot be a school event. It has to be hosted or co-hosted by the PTA and PTSA. The event must be accessible to all students and families. The deadline is May 1st, 2024. Your unit must be in compliance with Florida PTA and your county council. A bonus is that this counts as one free program. And finally, all eligible applicants will receive a certificate of participation and be considered to win the Florida PTA STEM Awards. This question came up in our earlier session. There is just one award. How do you apply? We have a QR code, which I will show you shortly, but all the information we need is your PTA, PTSA unit name, your school name, county, contact person, event date, and upload an event flyer. We do require an event flyer as part of the application. There are a few other questions asking, what your goals were for this, how you feel if you met those goals, and how many attendees, and just some general information about how the event went. Here is your QR code for the Florida PTA STEM Award application. And some additional resources. There's some YouTube videos that are on STEM careers that talk about STEM careers, whether they require that 4-year degree or a 2-year associate's degree. National PTA has a lot of information. So please check pta.org out. Again, NASA, Boeing, and Lockheed Martin all have STEM sections on their websites, which are a phenomenal resource. Lisa Hoyland is our chair of programs committee. Her contact information is listed here. And finally, there's my information there as well. Please feel free to reach out if you have questions about the award, if you have questions and need some brainstorming ideas on putting together a STEM night, if you want some additional guidance on, getting funding, anything at all, please feel free to reach out. Are there any questions?
Thank you for that, Gita. I'm looking in the chat, and thank you, Marjorie, for sharing that link. Questions? No questions. But Alvin had a
Yes, so Alvin,
program there. You see that? Mhm.
yes, I do. Alvin said that he recently attended a STEM Plus Families event where more than hundreds of students and their families engaged in experiments, all made possible through National PTA's commitment to true transformative family engagement. This is truly a turnkey experience that every local unit can integrate into annual programming. And I have to agree, because all the STEM events that I have been to, here locally put on by our local PTA units here. It's brought out the whole family. So even if it's like the ones I've attended have been at the middle school level, but the younger siblings are coming, the high school kids are there, they're wanting to volunteer, they're wanting to get involved, and community members just come for the experience. So I can attest to that as well.
Absolutely. Thanks, Gita. Charmaine, your hand is up. Yeah.
Yes, I wanted to share two things. One is Civil Air Patrol. That's and I can share the website. That location has a wealth of knowledge, not only for our PTA, but also for if there's any teachers on here, you can sign up for Civil Air Patrol. If your school is, let's say, a school that is connected to Embry-Riddle, they will actually pay for Civil Air Patrol for free. But if it's not, it's a nominal fee of $25 for that teacher to sign up. But signing up for $25 for a year for free renewals each year after, you get free STEM kits. You get free STEM kits, and it's simple. You just have to do a post-test, a pre-test, and then a post-test. And it's a free resource for teachers. I will connect Melanie and their team with Civil Air Patrol, because they are looking to do a little bit more of outreach. So that's free resources for our teacher membership, partnering with them as well. Something that could possibly happen. I've heard stories about other schools that are connected, but I just recently went to a Smarter Educators conference with Embry-Riddle. Another resource is Embry-Riddle will come out to certain schools and do presentations for our elementary and our middle school students. And they're around in the community. They have regional managers, if you will, I don't know the correct title, that will come around, and the respective programs will do, they will do just anything to get you access into STEM, engineering, aviation field for free. They'll bring the stimulators, they'll bring some of the events. That was another thing that I just found out. So I have not shared that, but I wanted to share that with you all, and I will connect everything through Melanie when I reach out to her.
Thank you, Charmaine. And yes, we did see the request for the links. Once we get those, we'll share those out. So just stay tuned to our website and Facebook page.
And I see there's one question here by Diana. Who would we reach out to request that it be sponsored by PTA and not just be a school event? Well, this is something, if your PTA is going, or if you're part of a PTA board, then that's something you want to take to your board and include in your budget, and get a committee together and plan that. If you are not, then I would reach out to your PTA board, PTA president, and let them know that this Florida PTA award does exist, and there are resources, and suggest that you'd love to help them put it all together.
Mhm. Any other questions? School of Excellence, STEM, anything? Okay. Alrighty then. Is there a link for the grant? Someone will share that to Ms. Dana, please. Okay, thank you, Charmaine, for posting that link.
Melanie?
Yes.
I had another question. I know that the deadline was extended to, I believe, October 15th. So this is a hypothetical question. If you applied for this year, can you apply again next year for School of Excellence? Can you apply each year, although it is for a 2-year?
You can, and I did have that question from Ms. Jenny Grangers, because my school, we just got it, and we have a 2-year designation. So her response was, yes, once you get it, it will extend that 2-year. So it will continuously extend the 2 years. So we're still on the fence about whether or not we're going to do it this year again. But yes, good question.
Thank you. I just had a couple of local units that was asking me that recently, so I thought I'll ask it.
Just keep the work going, keep it. We want to see those numbers grow and the work gets done across the board.
So Melanie, can you clarify again? So you're saying that the STEM deadline has changed to October 15th. It's been extended.
I believe the question was on School of Excellence, correct, Charmaine?
Okay, thank you.
School of Excellence, yeah. The STEM award deadline is with Florida PTA of the awards, which is May 1st. Yes, tonight is the deadline for the National PTA grants. Gita did mention other places at Lockheed Martin, I think she said had other grants, but I'm not sure about the deadline for that. But National PTA grant deadline is tonight, October 4th. I think it's 11:59 p.m. Is that Pacific time? I think it is Pacific time. So that gives us in Eastern Standard Time a couple of extra hours. And yes. So our programs really, as Alvin says in the chat, are ways for us to show the value of our PTA membership. A lot of times you hear people ask, what is in it for me? What does my family give me as a member? These are some things that we can directly get to our kids through the programmings that we do. I know I've seen Title I schools here in Orange County, they'll have a STEM night, and that program will cost up to $3,000. They'll have someone come in. The school will do that out of their budget. Imagine PTA doing a STEM night with these grants, or however you get your funding, and presenting that to the families. So it's a great way for us to show that we are adding some value to our membership. Okay. Any other questions? If not, we are going to give you some of your evening back, as Madam President loved to say, and I'm going to turn it over to Ms. Maxine Lors, our President-elect, to do our closing remarks. Thanks again, Gita.
Thank you so much, Melanie and Gita. Great job again presenting tonight. A lot of good information. Just a couple of reminders that our legislative conference date is going to be January 28th through the 30th. Everyone knows it as LegCon, so we're looking forward to seeing everyone there. And then also for next week, Road to Success, it is at Treasuries. I believe it's for the county presidents, but we are encouraging all county and local treasurers to please join us. Hopefully you have some great information. And again, thank you so much, guys, for spending your dinner with us tonight away from your family, and hopefully you learned a lot. And if you do remember something that you want to ask, please reach out to Melanie Williams at Secretary@Florida PTA. And good night, stay safe and stay blessed.
Hey, thank you. Have a good night, everyone, and thank you again for joining us. Next week, Road to Success will be with our Treasurer, Jude Bruno, and our Regions and Councils Vice President, Bert Miller. It is geared for County Council, the Treasurer's presentation, but we ask everyone to please join in. The information will be relevant in some respect to all local units. So join us again next week, noon and 7, Bert and Jude, we have both sessions. I believe we do. Okay.
Yes, both sessions.
Sessions, thank you.